Hello. Hi, everybody. How you doing this morning? Good morning to all of you from around the world, and also those of you watching on the rerun. How you doing, everybody? Nice to see you here. It is Wednesday, March the 1st. March the 1st. Can you believe it? February's gone. Oh, man. Welcome welcome all to the program. It's your pal Uncle Bruce here, Stock Markets with Bruce, where I try to tell you what's going on in the market in plain English. Is that possible? Can I help you? The markets this morning in plain English are positive, but barely. Okay, we got a 27-point run up on the Dow. That is a nothing burger. That's 0.08 of 1%. We have nothing good going on here. We're up 3.5 on S&P. We're up 24 on Nasdaq. I guess I should say nothing good. I should say nothing really bad is happening if you want to be an optimist, but the market isn't running up today on a big old surge of optimism and desperation to get in before we miss the train. We're not going to miss any trains here. We dropped 232 points yesterday on the Dow. And in response to that, we have a 19-point gain this morning so far. It's still slipping. Not looking good. We're going lower, I think. I think the markets are going lower. And the reason overall this is going to happen, it's nothing personal. It's not, people don't hate you. It's not your fault. You're fine. The reason is that corporations are meeting or trying to meet lowered expectations. That's the word out of Wall Street now. Lowered expectations, or company XYZ beat expectations. Well, yeah, that was a 20% cut in profit expectations, and they did better than that. Whoop-de-freaking-do. That means they made 19% less money this year than last year. But they're not saying it. They won't use that word because in Wall Street, you never say sell, ever. You tell me what brokerage firm out there that actually uses the term, our new ratings on Apple, sell Apple, sell Intel, sell Cisco, sell this, and buy that and do that. They never say sell. They say reposition. They say reallocation. They say, consolidation is what's happening. There's no selling going on. There's just consolidation going on. All the fancy little words that get to the quick, that if you're in the business, it's called dump it, get the hell out of Dodge, move into something else. Yes, of course, gamblers in Wall Street and long-term investors like pension funds, where else are they going to go? If you're a hedge fund, pension fund, mutual fund, ETF, and you're sitting on collectively $10 trillion, where else do you think this money is going to go? If it's not going to stay in the, quote, markets, what else is there? Come on. You're going to start buying cruise ships as investments? I don't think so. Are you going to buy one hotel on the South Miami coast? No, you're not. You're going to buy into corporations that have a wide reach and have hopefully a solid group of management people, good board of directors, a solid business plan, strong financials. You're going to move your money around where the performance is going to come back to you. Yeah, that's where you're going to go. Or you're going to buy stock in growth prospects, companies that have real potential to become much larger in the next 5 and 10 years than they are now. There you go. Like buying Apple in 1980 when it went public. I think it was 1980. When they went public in 1980, people bought into this little company that used to be 5 years earlier a garage thing, and two young guys, some guy named Steve Jobs and some guy named Wozniak, who created some kind of circuit board computer thingy. We don't even know what this is. And then created little personal computers and stuff. And they wrote some software or something. And then some outfit called Microsoft. They went public in 78 or something like that. Harvard college dropout with some other guys, and the kid who runs this thing looks like he's 14 years old. Let's throw some dice on this one and see what happens. Well, that's growth. That's potential. And There are winners and there are losers. Companies came and went, and companies came in and multiplied and prospered. And welcome to the age of investing. Today, we are looking at an economy where we're dealing with forces that haven't had to be dealt with by investors and by you, the viewers of this channel. There are things affecting you right now, financial things affecting you right now, that your parents faced when they were much younger, and your grandparents faced as they were getting towards retirement or were working towards retirement. Back in 1975, 48 years ago, oh my God, 48 years ago was the last time investors and average people had to deal with what we're dealing with right now. And this is why you cannot get a straight answer from Wall Street experts as to what's going on unless the expert has zero hair on the top of their heads. Males, basically, females wear wigs. Okay, let's get real here. What the hair's white, whatever's left of it, and they look like they should be on radio. Okay, that's we're talking about a force in the economy we haven't seen in 48 years. High inflation, too high, rising rates that will keep rising, lower earnings coming through, lower property values looks like coming through, and corporations wondering what the hell should we be doing? We're going to lay off people. Our answer to this dilemma is we're going to lay off people. Wall Street experts are coming out at you going, oh, the Federal Reserve is just kidding. They're not going to keep raising rates. They're going to stop this real soon. Inflation is already moderating, quote unquote, moderating. And so don't worry about the interest rate thing going up any higher. It's all going to be fine. They're all full of hot air. They don't know what they're talking about, because inflation is something you have to defeat over a 5-year time frame, not 5 months, not 5 weeks, not 5 minutes. This is something that it burrows itself into every aspect of the economy, and it is a killer. It's a job killer, an economy killer, a government killer. Third world countries have unbelievable turmoil with inflationary pressures. When eggs go to $1 an egg, from 20 cents an egg or whatever, 15 cents an egg, to $1.50 an egg, everybody notices it. And when milk goes to $6 a gallon, and gas goes to $6.50 a gallon, and your FedEx package that you are shipping has a $20 surcharge on it, and on I go. I can go on and on and on. Everybody sees it, feels it, notices it, and this is happening in slow motion. It's happening. It doesn't help. It doesn't help at all that there's a war. Doesn't help at all that there's a war in Ukraine. And I find it quite amusing, I think is the word I have to say. And I'm sorry to say that word, that I'm finding what I'm about to tell you amusing, that drones are attacking. How come our petroleum plant over here is on fire? No accident? No. It's just like the 5th petroleum plant in the last 3 months to be having issues. And these issues aren't mechanical. These issues, we have drone activity from Ukraine into Russia now, just to let them guess what we're going to do to your hometown. And now we've got this tit for tat thing going on. Now, the West doesn't want to give missiles to Ukraine to launch into Russia, but the Ukrainians are going, we can launch drones. We can launch these drones that can fly 200-300 miles, 400 miles, 500 miles. We're perfecting them here, and we're going to get even with these bastards. It is most interesting to see that. That doesn't help inflation. That doesn't help supply chain scenarios. That doesn't help alliances between countries either. It strains relations between nations. And when that happens, you start getting all kinds of trade problems, supply chain problems, and it affects all of us everywhere, whether we like it or not. And it brings the reality of this conflict right to our store shelves. When we need something, we can't find something. That is what's going to continue to happen, will not stop, and the cost of everything will continue to rise. If you think inflation is dead, think again. We're going to get another wave of it where we don't expect it, when we don't expect it, to the degree no one was expecting. And the Fed has to ask itself, is this a defeatable by interest rate rises? Can we stop this by raising interest rates? I don't think so. I don't think you can stop rising prices from supply chain issues overseas and or part shortages from overseas back to our home territory, whether it's USA, Canada, whether it's Europe, whether it's Asia. This is a global issue, and it's going to get worse before it gets better. And so, if you're joining me as a curious onlooker, wondering what does this old man talk about all the time, and why does he talk about stuff that has nothing to do with me in Cincinnati, Ohio? I'm in Pittsburgh. I'm in Peoria. I'm in Calgary. I'm in Winnipeg. I'm in Mexico City. I'm over here in London. I'm over here in Dortmund. I'm in Berlin. I'm in Zurich. What is this? Why does he talk about this stuff? What has it got to do with me? It has everything to do with you and more. You're going to be affected by this. Everyone you know is going to be affected by this. Friends, relatives, neighbors, former coworkers, current coworkers, associates, you name it. It's going to be nasty, and it's not going to be fun. And this is where we're watching all the time. I'm keeping an eye on, and I'm yelling at you. Housing sales are down for the 20th straight month, or mortgage rates are higher, or another layoff announcement, or another. Do not fear the upside of the stock market. The stock market has been not paying attention to real reality because it has been fed a bunch of hooey from these analysts going, oh, yeah, this Fed thing is just, it's over. They're only going to raise rates to 2%. Well, they're only going to raise rates to 3%. Well, they're only going to raise rates to 4%. Well, they're only going to raise rates to 5%. Now they're saying they're only going to raise rates to 6%. They're wrong, they're wrong, they're wrong, they're wrong, because they're too young. They haven't been around. They don't know. They weren't around when inflation was creating complete havoc. 18% interest rates were destroying every factory in North America was being destroyed. Factories in Germany were being destroyed. Factories in England, the UK were being destroyed. Interest rates of that nature and inflation of that nature crapped out the Western world's manufacturing capabilities and allowed countries like Pakistan, India, China, Thailand somewhat, eventually Vietnam after the Vietnam War, to become factory spots, manufacturing centers. Why does Nike make running shoes overseas? They're based in Seattle. Can't they make running shoes in Washington State? Can't Nike open up a bloody running shoe plant in Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi? Can't they go into impoverished neighborhoods in the United States, open up modern plants, hire 1,000 people, 3,000 people, create local jobs, distribution centers, everything in America, so that you and I can buy Nike branded shoes for $150 a pair, which is what we're paying now, $80 on sale. Have them made in America with made in America on them. Talk about pride in American product. They're not going to do that. What do you think? They're idiots? They're not stupid, Over in Oregon, these folks are pretty bright. They figured out, we'll just contract some Asian factory guys and girls over there. It's a pair. Then we'll import them into America in massive ship containers. We'll land them in Portland. We'll land them in Seattle. We'll then send them to distribution centers, and we'll ship them out to all these retail stores, and they'll hit the shelves at $99.99 to $2.99 a pair because the American public are saps. The Americans I can take advantage of these people. These people are idiots. They will pay $150 for a pair of Nikes that we get to make them look cool because we put a celebrity name on them. And they'll pay $150 for a pair of shoes that we make for $3, $4 a pair. And it's been going on since the 80s. This isn't like last week's thing. This has been going on for 40 years. Have you seen the private jet that the CEO of Nike flies around in? No, you haven't. But oh, yes, the Gulfstream is a $70 million beauty and it eats gas like you can't believe. Nike does really, really well. And it does very well for its celebrity endorsers. Very well. And you pay it. You pay it because you will not be caught dead, and especially your kids will not be caught dead wearing another brand unless it's got the cool factor to it. And those brands are also overseas made. Why doesn't Apple create a plant that can employ 5,000 people, 10,000 people, 20,000 people making this and big ass iPads and headphones and earphones and all the accessories? Why don't they create those plants in the United States for their American consumers who will pay $1,000, $1,400 for one of these pieces of plastic and silicone? Why don't they do it? How can you tell me? You cannot tell me that it is impossible for Apple not to make this in bulk in America for $100 a pop. I'll tell you why, because you can make them for $25 a pop in China, and you have one other advantage over there. No unions, no labor organizers, no state regulations, no nothing. And so if a worker slips and falls and breaks their hip inside the factory in China, you are not going to hear about it. Neither will Apple, and they won't have to deal with it. If that person ends up being sent home because they can't get health care, that's their problem. That's the problem of a third world employee. It's not a problem for us, Apple says. That is the name of the game. It's called bottom line net profit. If Ford could get away with importing all their vehicles, including the F-150, they could make the F-150 in India, Pakistan, Myanmar, any third world country where they can pay $2 a day to their employees instead of 15, 20, 40, $50 an hour to their unionized employees with all the benefits they get, they do it. Because if you would pay 80 grand for an F-150 with every bell and whistle imaginable, and they can produce that truck for 30 grand a truck less, they do it in a minute. But they can't. A little logistical problem called Made in America. Customers would revolt. It wouldn't work well. Governments will revolt because, of course, the United States government has subsidized automakers and has subsidized parts makers for generations. The socialistic programs for corporate America are legendary. And these vehicles have to be produced somewhat in North America. But you'd be shocked if you were to tear apart an F-150 or any of the SUVs out there that you're buying, any of the brands, any of the American brands, Jeep and GMC and you name them. You break those into pieces and you take a look at where all these parts come from, and you'll find out a certain percentage of the parts of all the vehicles we love are produced in various overseas countries: Mexico, China, Taiwan, Indonesia, India, Pakistan, Malaysia, everywhere but America. And then they're sold as American-made vehicles. That's the name of the game here, kids. Maximizing your profits any way you can. And this is what happened in the 70s and the 80s. It began late 60s, but it really happened in the 70s and the 80s. What we now refer to as the Rust Belt: Ohio, Pennsylvania, Indiana, Illinois, New York State, all the Northeast. I mean, majority of the Northeast, where all the factories were built during the Second World War, after the Second World War, the 50s, the 60s. A zillion of these plants died. In the South, the clothing manufacturers walked away. They left town because the unions were too expensive compared to non-unions overseas. The American government allows clothing to come in from Pakistan, come in from India, come in from Bangladesh at prices of manufacturing cost of this sweatshirt is $1 in Pakistan or in Bangladesh, and you can bring it into America for $1.50 delivered, customs duties paid, everything, and then you can flog this on a rack in various stores, whatever design on it you want, for $29.99, and Americans are dumb enough to pay it. Why wouldn't you do that? And why wouldn't you do that in volume? You darn right you'll do it in volume. How do you think Target sells $70 billion worth of stuff? Walmart, hundreds of billions of dollars of revenues from overseas made goods paid for by the penny and flogged to Americans at rip-off prices. You think you're getting a deal. Oh, this is only $19.99, you say. It's on sale. Cost $2 to make. Congratulations. You made them 90% margin. Keep it going. Look, I have no problem with entrepreneurs making money. No problem. The reality is, though, that America and Canada are no longer manufacturing countries. We claim we are. Our politicians say we are, so we must believe it. It's not true. If we were cutting off all imports from third world countries and China for basic goods, our shelves would be empty in a week. We'd have nothing there, because the reality, you want to buy made in America, made in Canada merchandise, you're not going to find it. Whatever merchandise you find made, it's going to be much higher, because these outfits don't have the volumes to cut the costs. But these people here with this little fancy logo on it here, these guys could make 20 million of these a year in the United States right now. They could come out and say, we're building plants in the United States to make 20 million iPhones. And by that, with that kind of volume, Apple can cut prices and cut deals with manufacturers. The problem is there are probably 36 suppliers of parts for this unit that are also overseas. Nothing about this unit is made in America. Virtually nothing. Only the engineering and the brain power to have designed it, engineered it, probably USA. Marketing, all American, absolutely. The marketing of this unit and everything from Apple is geniusly done by probably North American, Canadian, and American marketers. Absolutely true. And they get paid good money, and they make the company good money. But the manufacturer of the MacBook Pro that I'm using right now to talk to you with this camera right up here, none of this is USA made, really. It's all designed and manufactured overseas in parts and assembled elsewhere and then brought in. There is a little bit of manufacturing in Apple. I'll agree with that, a little bit, but 2%, 1%, nothing. And they're shifting production now to India a little bit. Yeah, to India. Yeah, India that is buying Russian oil illegally in international waters. India that is not supporting the United States, Canada, or NATO against Russia with respect to Ukraine. India. That's where Apple's going now, is India. It's mistake number 2. Mistake number 1 is having all your chips in China. Mistake number 2 is now building plants in India. I understand why Apple is doing this. Apple is not stupid. They're very smart people. 1.1 billion in China, 1.2 billion people in China, 1 billion in India. The two countries are going to be the 2 most populated countries on the planet for generations going forward. Right now, it's 2.4 billion people, and they're making their phones there to sell there too. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. They're doing what they're supposed to do, making money. It's nothing personal. It's just making money. Unfortunately, we here in the West, we're consumers. We're not manufacturers. We're buyers. Thankfully, our dollars are precious overseas. They are trusted. People can count on the Canadian and American dollar, the relationship there, the British pound, the euro. All these currencies are precious to third world countries. The ruble and the Chinese currency are not as precious to the rest of the planet as our currencies for now. But you may have noticed that in Ukraine, The Ukrainians are begging for like basic stuff. Like, could you guys sell some more, sell us or ship over some more shells that we fire off in these artillery rockets all the time? We're running out of bullets. And the West is going, we don't have any bullets. We're out of bullets too. We've already sent you everything we've got. We don't have these tanks that you guys want. Countries have been promising tanks. We don't have any tanks. The tanks we have are obsolete. When's the last time the United Kingdom, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Canada, frankly, America, when's the last time we needed thousands of tanks for a global war effort? There were regional skirmishes in Iraq. There was all kinds of action in Afghanistan. Sure, and America could produce enough for those. But the scale of this movement against what was thought to be the second or third largest military on the planet, Russia, we can't spare tanks. We don't have any tanks. Is there a tank factory that can you name 5 tank factories in America right now where tanks are manufactured full time and are coming out of the factory 1 an hour, like the Second World War? I don't know anything like that. I have no idea. The defense business in the United States is so secretive because it's national security, Can you tell me where they make specialized equipment like this? We've heard of fancy high-tech missiles and all that. Yeah, but I'm talking about the basic hardcore stuff that you need on the ground to get the job done. The meat grinder stuff, that's yuck. The sexy missiles, yeah, okay, we understand that. But tanks, personnel carriers, gun turrets, shells, we haven't got enough. We're not making enough. This isn't a national effort for the United States or Canada or in Europe, because in these countries we're consumers. We buy finished goods. We get them made elsewhere. But in military, you can't order in a bunch of, let's order in a bunch of shells from China, send them to Ukraine. Not happening. Have to be made in the West. The problem is that every shell made in Europe or the United States costs a fortune to make because we're dealing with North American labor prices and goods and services and taxes and tariffs and you name it. And so the war is a very expensive thing. The war is quite expensive for the West to fund and incredibly expensive for Russia to fund. I mean, it's bankrupting these guys. They cannot keep this up for another few years, but they can for a couple. And one is down and they can go another. Do we have the moxie to want to fund this that much further? Well, we'll find out. Anyway, I'm just an old man ranting and raving. What can I tell you? We're watching the Dow down 68 points now while I've been yapping away. We're down 9 points on S&P. We're down 25 on NASDAQ. Agree with me, don't agree with me, it doesn't matter. The markets go whatever direction they want, and I'll just comment on what they're doing. Oil down 54 cents. And the question today that I have on my mind is, first of all, I'm mentioning on my title of today's show, SoFi option premiums being collected by writers. Folks are writing options on SoFi. We talked about this yesterday. Not a bad idea to bring in money. If you can offer the stock for sale at $7.50 and get paid $1.25 to $1.30 or so from an option buyer for a January 2024 call, which is effectively a 9.5-month call. Why not offer your stock for $7.50 and take $1.30 up front? That's $8.80. You're taking $8.80 a share for a $6.50 stock right now. Is there something wrong with that? No, there's nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, if you take that money in, however many options you can write, you take that dough into your hands and turn around and buy more SoFi at $6.58, which is where it is right now. You can get enough stock to write another contract, 2 more, 4 more, 6 more. Maybe you can increase the holdings of your SoFi by 25%. You can go from 10,000 shares to 12,500 shares of SoFi because the option writers are handing you this cash that you're just putting into the SoFi market to buy more stock, to write more options into the options market, and allowing these crazies over there, these wild gamblers on the option market, to fund your acquisition of a stock you're going to hold on to for years and years and years. Yay! There's nothing wrong with that game. Some of you are taking the option premium from Tesla. You're turning right around saying, I'm not going to buy more Tesla. I got tons. but I want to buy more GameStop deep in the money call options. I want to write more of these poor man covered calls. I want to quit my day job. I want to get out from under my tyrants up here. I want to get rid of it, get away from these people. And so I'm going to buy as many deep in the money calls, these January 10s, and write calls against them, $3, $4 premium per call, as quick as I can, as many as I can, as soon as I can, because the more GameStop calls I can write, every time I can write another one and another one, another one, that is one step closer to saying goodbye to my boss. Sayonara, folks. I'm out of here. Some of you had, a year ago, you had 500 shares of GameStop. And then they split 4-for-1. So you had 2,000 shares of GameStop. And you were writing 20 calls at a time. And you were hauling in some dough. And you were buying more GameStop shares with these premiums. And got the 2,100, you got the 2,200, you got the 23. And you're now writing 23 contracts at a time. And then I mentioned about the strategy of poor man covered calls, which I highlight in my classes on my website that you visit all the time. And I thank you so much. Stockmarketswithbruce.ca. That's where you go to watch the lessons on how to write options. What are poor man covered calls? How do you write a contract? Why would I do this? Why would someone buy this from me? Is this legal? On it goes. You folks started figuring out, wait a minute, I could sell my 2,300 shares of GameStop. And I could buy deep in the money calls. I could probably pick up 40, maybe 45 deep in the money calls. So I would be writing 20 more contracts on top of the 23 I got already. And if I do that, I'll bring in enough money to buy 6 or 7 more deep in the money calls. Again, I'm now up to 50 covered calls from 20 from 5 a year ago. That's right. That's what's happening on this channel. That is what's been going on around here. And there are folks here watching me who don't work for anybody anymore because they're now writing 50 calls at a time. They write them for $4.50 a pop. They wait for them to back off to $1.50, $2.50. They buy them back, pull a $2 profit out, say in a 2-month window or whatever, and they pull in 10 grand in profits. They roll into new contracts for $4, $4.50, or roll up if the stock goes up and score again. Of course, the ultimate home run for my GameStop viewers, for those of you who have poor man covered calls, your ultimate home run is the company comes up with some kind of an announcement. I don't know what it is. But the market starts to move for you. It goes higher. And you roll over your contracts going forward in time, higher strike prices and so on. But while the shares are inching higher, your deep in the money calls are becoming more valuable because, of course, the higher the price of the stock, the more valuable every shareholder is, and more value of your account. But also deep in the money call holders are richer because their calls are going up in value. The stock wants to go to $40 a share in the next 6 months. Wouldn't that be great? That's only $160 a share, by the way, for those of you who've forgotten. $40 a share is only $160 on GameStop. It once was in the 300s. You remember those good old days? Anyway, look, at $40 a share, your deep in the money calls, the $10 deep in the money calls, are worth $30 each book value. There'll be $1 premium on them. Most likely they'll be trading at $31 each. What are you paying for those right now? People are paying what, $9.50, $10 a piece for these? Tripled your money on those contracts, didn't you? That's right. Here's the other little ditty that I want to throw at you folks. Some of you say to me, or say to yourselves, oh, I don't want to lose my stock. I don't want to get exercised. Here's the good news. Let's say the shares did take a little run and you were exercised, all right? What actually happens is that the brokerage firm that you're using, these platforms, they will deliver stock to the entity that is exercising these contracts. And they will, in effect, make you a short seller. You will now be short the shares that were just delivered to the buyer of that, whoever exercised your contract. So if you wrote a $20 call, let's just say, and then the stock went to 25 and you got taken out, you would be paid $20 a share in cash for stock that you don't have because you have deep in the money calls that were $10 calls, and you wrote short-term calls, the 20s, and you brought in $4 a pop on those. And now you've had stock taken from you. Well, you don't have stock to give, so you're short shares. Okay, let's see, it's just one contract. All right, you're short 100 shares. You get to keep the $4. The premium money you brought in, that's yours. That's in your account. You get $2,000 for the 100 shares. That's in your account. You have $2,400 cash in your account. The stock's trading at 25, like I suggested. You're going, oh my gosh, I'm down $100. Geez, I got $2,400 in cash. The stock's trading at 25. I'm down. I'm a short $100. I've got good news for you. You still own your deep in the money call. That call you may have paid $10 for. It's now worth $16. It's worth $15 in book value. The stock's at 25 plus a dollar premium. That's a $1,600 contract that you paid $1,000 for. So you're up $600 on it. But you're not going to sell that call. But you're up that much money. What you're going to do is you're going to sell a new call against your deep in the money call. You're now going to write a $27 contract, $2 ahead of the $25 trading price. You're going to bring in $400, $4 a contract. And there's your $100 you need to top up your account to buy back your stock at $25. So you're not short anymore. You have $300 cash in the bank from the $400 premium you just brought in. You have $300 left. You've written a $27 call, $2 out of the money, and you have a deep in the money call that's worth $1,600. Shares want to go up another couple of bucks and go to $28. Do you care? Why would you care? This is great. $28 a share. The call you wrote for $4 is worth $1 in book value plus time premium, but that time premium will shrink out. You don't mind that game. More importantly, those deep in the money calls just went up in value another $3 a contract, 300 more. You are getting richer on the bottom end here versus the top end. If you owned the stock throughout this whole thing, you had 100 shares throughout this whole exercise, your stock would be worth $2,800. Yep, 100 shares. That used to be worth $17 a share, $19 a share, now worth $28 a share. But you can't cash that out like you can on your deep in the money call. Because to go back to that deep in the money call, if it's worth $18 book value, $28 a share on the stock plus a dollar premium, it's a $19 call. You bought it for $10. You can sell that call for a $1,900 haul, turn around and now buy a $15 call because it's way out of the money. It's $13 out of the money. That one will be about $1,400 under the normal conditions. So you'll sell this for $1,900, buy this for $1,400, take the $500 cash in your hand now, in your hand, keep the premium you got going over here, and you've cashed in on the up move. On the stock, you can't do that. If you own 100 shares and you sell those shares at $28 each, you can't keep that $2,800 and keep that option written over there. That's a naked call. You have to sell out. You have to buy back that call option. You're here to write an option and bring premium in all the time. Income. You're using the stock to bring in income. Or you're using deep in the money calls to bring in income, and then you're rolling up your calls as you cash them in for more money. This is some of the secrets we are learning here on this channel, and folks who are going to this website are taking the lessons on how to write stock options, how to buy deep in the money calls, how to roll over deep in the money calls, how to do stink bids, stink offers, the 90-10 rule. There's a lot to learn, folks, because it's a separate market from the stock market. It's a totally separate market. You want to get into this and really be successful, study. It's a college course. I have 14 classes at the moment on this website you can go to. Take them one at a time. Start at class number 1 and work your way up to class 14. Do it over a month or two. You don't have to do them all in one night. Each class is an hour and a half to 2 hours long. It's a very easy class to understand. It is options in plain English, okay? It's plain English. You'll figure it out real quickly. You'll go, oh, I understand this. Oh, that's what Mike says all the time. That's what Coyote says over here. Oh, Beach Boy talks about this. Alberto talks about that. I now know what they're talking about. Oh, I get it now. I understand the lingo they're using over there because Bruce has it all in his classes. Where did they learn all that lingo from? the classes. They attended the classes starting last July in 2021, and they've taken them all, and they're writing options. And a number of these folks don't work for anybody but themselves. You want to join the party, pal? The Nakatomi Tower will welcome you. Come on in. Mr. Takagi won't be here because his fancy suit got all mussed up. He wouldn't share the codes. The code, please. He didn't do it. They counted to 3. There would not be a 4. And Mr. Takagi is not going to join us for the rest of his life. But that, I digress. That is another story entirely. Welcome to the party where folks here write option contracts, haul in money from gamblers, and they turn themselves into casinos. All of these folks here with green names and a logo, a little bagel logo beside their name, they're all members of this channel. They're all option writers. Trust me, they're all option writers. And they're having a wonderful time here. And it's a pretty good environment to write options in this bear market. Boy, is it easy pickings around here. Thank you all for joining this channel. Those of you who are lurkers and are becoming members, I cannot thank you enough. Those of you who are throwing thumbs ups our way, thank you. We have 118 thumbs ups already for this show. Just watching the old man rant. We would love to hit 200 thumbs ups as soon as possible. Every day we push for 200 thumbs ups. I beg you, every day, please hit the thumbs up button and get me to 200 thumbs ups. That's all I ask. If we get beyond that, it's heavenly. Thank you all for helping this channel grow and get more exposure. And those of you who are making money, you're helping all the others out there with the questions. You'll find that if you become a member of this channel during market hours, you have a question about an option strategy or an option trade, you ask me and I'm ranting away. I'm asking somebody, answering someone else's question. By the time I get to your question, you've already got an answer from probably one of the other viewers. That's the advantage of being a member of this channel during live market hours. You are going to get answers to questions you might not be able to get from these so-called platforms over here with their frequently asked questions section. That's the service they're going to give you. If you want to talk to a live human being, I'm here. I'll do what I can for you. First hour of every day and the last hour of every day, 3 o'clock Eastern, I go live as well. If you're a Gold Bagel member, one of these guys up here, you have reached the upper echelon of this channel, and I thank you. It's a $25 a month commitment to be a Gold Bagel member. It's not cheap, but it's not that expensive. What do you get to be a Gold? Because you're a Gold Bagel member, you get to join me here before this show even goes on for the pre-alert show. Then Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock, prime time with Uncle Bruce. The markets are closed. We're all calm now. And only the Gold Bagel members come piling in here, and you can ask me whatever you want and talk to me about what's going on out there, and we can compare notes, what we all think had happened yesterday or today or last week, and we can strategize going forward. What's your next option strategy going to be? That's what we do here with these members. These members help members make more money. This $25 a month fee that I'm charging is a joke for what you're getting. There are no other channels out there where you can talk to the host live during market hours. I don't think so. There are live chats out there. I know there are people who present live. They don't read the chats. They have moderators read the chats, not the host. Is this the best way to do it? I don't know. But it works. And that's all there is to it. I'm pretty darn sure this is the only channel on YouTube, period, that talks about option writing on portfolios. And folks here who've joined me very sketchy, they were very sketchy about me, wondering, who is this guy? What's he talking about? They came in here really skeptical. They waited a while. They watched, they listened, they learned. They took a class or two, got a better handle on what we're talking about, began to see for themselves that these people are not full of hot air. The trades that they're talking about, they verified it by being able, you can go on to Market Watch and look at the quotes yourself. You can see what these folks are doing. They're telling you what they're doing. But once you understand what they're doing, you realize, oh my God, I had no idea you could do that. I didn't know that. I have 500 Google shares. I've had them forever. I got 300 Amazon. I got 200 Microsoft. I got 700 Apple. Whatever you're sitting on, you didn't know you could write options against stock you already have and make it pay you money. You can charge rent to your stock in your account and get paid money up front. And some of you out there who have no idea what I'm talking about, really, you don't realize it. And many of you who are possibly being laid off by some of these entities, there are people watching this channel who come across this channel from time to time and don't know it, that in reality, they could make more money writing options on their own holdings that they have than what they're getting paid at work. They could have quit their jobs 5 years ago already and made more money than you'll ever get paid from your employer, because I can't tell you how many times have I been told by my beautiful viewers over here, the greatest YouTube followers on YouTube right here. This is the creme de la creme. These folks are telling me horror stories about, I had my review at work and it took a month, but they came back to me and we had that interview and they told me what a great job I do and how valuable I am to the organization and how much they appreciate everything I've done and all the employees I've trained over the years and how I've added efficiencies to our department. And they're proud to offer me a 4% raise this year for a job well done. 4%. That is an 8% pay cut, because in reality, your inflation rate is 12%. You can believe the government and say, oh, it's only 6%, because your employer will say it's only 5.5%. But you and I both know, what is inflation really at your level where you are? It's 12%, it's 15%. Who's kidding who here? And they're offering you a 4% raise. Congratulations. They're offering you an 11%, 8% pay cut for you giving everything you have and everything you stand for and everything you're about to the corporation, and they are taking it away from you because you're accepting it. Again, are you a sap like a Nike shoe buyer, a Skechers shoe buyer, Adidas shoe buyer? Are you a sap buying clothing that's $100 an outfit that is being made for $6? Are you a sap to take a 4% pay raise after giving everything you've got, whether you wanted to or not, because sometimes they whipped it out of you? Maybe it's time to consider another line of work. And maybe the best employer you could ever find is yourself. You are the motivator. You're the one who motivates half the office all around you. There are 25 employees around you, and they're always miserable. By the time you come in with your rah attitude, you get that whole department up and running and exceeding expectations, and all of you get 2 to 4% pay raises every year. And down goes the attitude again. Eventually, you've got to say enough's enough and say, this is it. I'm tired of this bunk. I'm not interested in selling for way less. And what really gets you, perhaps what really gets you, is you're trudging into the office, whether you're commuting in by train or bus or subway or what, or you're driving in. Every day you're driving in and you're paying tolls and you're tolerating an hour time and you're burning gas and your car's wearing out and you have to park way away from the door that you go into. So you need an umbrella or you need a hoodie to get into your office. I don't know. And then there are those at the top, those top 5%ers in your organization, the people you actually work for, who are driving much nicer cars provided by the corporation. They're leased vehicles of a high end, parking underground under the building itself. And you're the schlep who's schlepping in, and you have to take the 4% raise. Kids, there's only one way to improve. You either quit, well, two ways. You quit and go to another firm that offers you double what you're being paid, and some people have found that they can get 20, 40, 50, 60% more money. And then the other way to do it is to say, you know what, I am more valuable to me as an individual. I have taken Bruce's classes. I've been hanging out with the show a little bit on the side at work, and I've been working from home the last year or two, and I'm going to keep working from home because I have learned what's going on here, and I'm beginning to write options myself. I started with 1 here and 2 here and 3 there, and I have now rearranged my portfolio in such a way that I know I can manage my own portfolio in a whole different way. And on top of everything else, if I quit my day job, I can take my 401k, roll it into a self administered IRA, and make a few adjustments inside that, all tax free. And I'm going to write options on what's inside my IRA. And I'm going to build that retirement account to where it should be getting so I can retire because I'm 45 years old. I've been working 20 bloody years with these guys. And my entire 20 years that I've been there, my entire account is worth $65,000, $75,000, $80,000. How am I retiring at age 65 with $1 million under administration? How's 60,000 going to turn into $2 million? That's not gonna happen. I'm going to be lucky to have 150 grand in there. 150 grand 20 years from now, 8% inflation now, 12% inflation now. I'm losing. Every way I look at it, I'm getting taken advantage of. I'm a sap. Time to change it. I'm sorry. I don't like calling people saps, but I want you guys to reassess your lives. I really want you to reassess it and really understand what is the best move for you to make economically going forward and psychologically in the meantime. Get your sanity back and make some real money. God, it's fun making money. Man, is it ever fun when people make money around here. It's a nice feeling to see earnings coming into these accounts where all they've had in the past is 20 years of misery at the office. Sorry, new graduates, any of you who are new grads going into the workforce now for the very first time, sorry to say that in the next 5 years, you'll join the club. You will be trapped in a world of no return because stuff happens that changes your trajectory. You thought after college you'd work a few years and then go traveling. And you thought that you'll get yourself a nice car, or you thought you'd get married and start having kids and live in that middle class dream. And all of a sudden, all that is different than you imagined it to be. And it is a crap show every day, every week, every month, every year. And there's uncertainty at the workplace. And there's no fun at the house because of the uncertainty at the workplace. It just infects everything about your life. And maybe it's not your job, it's your spouse's job that is causing misery in the household. You don't know until it happens. And when it happens, you may feel trapped. We can't do anything else. We can't leave the job I have. I can't get anywhere else. We'd have to move. We'd have to move 5 states away from our family and friends. Can't be done. The kids and their friends and our schools. And I get it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. This is the trap that corporations count on to get you to burrow in. And that way you can't be extracted, and they've got you. You're mine. Maybe it's time to change that game plan. I don't know. I offer an alternative. If it works for you, it works for you. God bless you all. Thank you so much for being here. Look, some folks asked me the other day, Bruce, hey, how about sending us would you be willing to send us a postcard? That'd be kind of cool. And I've said, you would like a postcard? I'd love to send you a postcard. From the Palm Desert Rancho Mirage area, I'd love to send you a postcard. Here's what you need to do. If you would like a postcard, join 8 others so far, because I only announced this yesterday. Send a $10 US donation to this PayPal address down here. Send $10 US and tell me you would like a postcard. Make sure to include your address, your real name and address. Should be able to do that on the PayPal message, or send me a private email if you have to. And I would be delighted. Jen and I have started shopping yesterday for postcards. We're looking around the valley now for the best looking postcards. And in the next week or 2, we'll get those out to you. Okay. So if you'd like one of those, you're up to, if you haven't heard about it, we mentioned it yesterday, I think in the afternoon show or something like that. I can't remember. Maybe late in the morning show. There you go. Okay. That's that announcement. One more announcement. We're going to trade in 5 minutes. If any of you want to have a one-on-one private session with me on camera, send me an email at my email address. That's this one right here, brucefrommer@hotmail.com. Send me a private email there and say, Bruce, I'd like to have a one-on-one this Sunday. I have openings at 10 a.m. Eastern, noon Eastern, and 2 in the afternoon Eastern time. So if you'd like one of those, send me an email, let me know, and I will make arrangements to get you reserved, and we'll get it together. Okay, so there's that announcement. We're going to start trading in 4 minutes. Larry Titus is going to hit the bells. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for these thumbs ups that have already come in. We have 147 now. We only need 53 more to make it to 200. And I appreciate it. JJ is saying a fun fact in the film Die Hard, the fictional Nakatomi Plaza, also known as the Nakatomi Tower, is actually Fox Plaza in Los Angeles. And that is true. That did you also know a fun fact that in 1990, I believe, Ronald Reagan had an office in that building after the movie had been shot. He had an office in that building to handle his business affairs while he was still himself before he fully retired shortly thereafter. And there were occasionally photos in LA papers of Ronald Reagan going through the lobby of what we know as the Nakatomi Tower to go to work. Interesting stuff. Moonman Moo, 135th thumbs up. Thank you, my friend. What do you want to do with the rest of your life is the question. And the answer, boy, you got to take a look in the mirror and take a hard look and go for a walk, talk to your spouse, talk to your friends, talk to trusted people, and ask yourself, what are you going to do with yourself going forward? This idea, this notion of becoming a fully self-employed person, this is a big deal. This is major league big deal. And I know that I have individuals who talk to me one-on-one about this. And they say to me, have I got enough? Am I doing this right? How do you suggest I work the next stage? And there's no such thing as I'm quitting my job today and I'm doing this right now. That is not realistic. It is a planned, systematic transition, and you buy into it, and then over time you make it happen. One-on-ones are a perfect way to discuss that. It's private. I'm not your relative. I won't be at the Thanksgiving dinner next year to criticize you in front of everybody else for that little chat we had last year. This is off the record, and I'm more than happy to try to help you figure out where you are in your life and where you want to get to. You'll have certain ideas. You'll fill me in on here's the play. Here's where I am, Bruce. I'm on the 35-yard line and it's 3rd and long. This is what I've got. Okay. What do you suggest? What are my options here? We called a timeout and we're going to have a chat. That's the analogy. And for many of you, it has worked rather well. Sometimes it requires a second one-on-one or a third one, maybe once every couple of months. Whenever you're ready, let me know. And, we'll figure it out together. I'm more than happy to help. Thank you all. If I can help you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, there it is, kids. Thanks for being here. Appreciate this, that you're all with us. Maria Powell, I'm on number 143 thumbs ups. Good morning, everybody. Fantastic joining us here. Great to have you. Thank you for those of you who are members of this channel, who are subscribers to this channel. And thank you, lurkers. If you're lurking about and you're just hanging out, you're not a member yet, please consider becoming a member. Join the party, pal, and start making comments here like everyone else. And don't forget, if you become a member of this channel, one of the perks that is just priceless. I mean, you can't put a price on this perk because no other channel can offer this perk that I'm aware of. I don't know of any other channel that can offer the perk that I'm about to talk to you about. It's this perk right here. Where is it? There it is. You get to pop up the coveted Knights of Ni emoji that we've created here. The Monty Python Knights of Ni emoji. We have fun with this. And of course, when you pop these emojis up on your screen, what you're supposed to do is go to your window, open it up, and yell at the top of your lungs, neat, 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 just like Mr. Premium of the option, Dude Face, Larry Titus, Spicy. All of us pop those knee emojis up. Mirko, Richard, Mandu, become a member of this channel. Use those emojis all you want. Oscar Davila is here. Here come the knee emoji attacks. And away we go. Just as all that's going on, poor Larry is trying to get his bell logos up to let us know we're open for business. And there it is right there. The bells have rung. Thank you, Larry, for letting us in on this. And we are celebrating the opening of the market with a knee attack. Knee. And we're ready to make some money today. Thank you all for joining in. Thanks, Lair. Here we go. Dems the bells. Here we go. GameStop's going to 18, they say. Whoever they are. Knee. Look at all the knee emojis coming in here from the Big E, from John Anderson, JR. Bama Babe is here. Look at that. Maria's here. Karen here. Knee. Become a member. What are you waiting for? We have too much fun here. Thank you all for joining this channel. Love you guys. Vash can't stand it. Vash can't take it anymore. I got to be a member of this channel. I want in, man. I want in. Gold Bagel member, Vash, thank you for popping up here. I'm not sure if that's an upgrade or you've rejoined us, but thank you and welcome aboard to the fun gang over here. We're down 39 on the Dow, I think, to start the morning. We'll find out in a few minutes when everything settles in. DH, welcome. Constantine, Flint Creek, Vash. There goes Vash. Neat. There you go. The windows are open. The yelling has begun. Everyone else, join in. Say hi to Vash and join in, everybody. Become members immediately, and let's get on with this thing. I am showing the market here down about 14, S&P down 8, NASDAQ down 9. Okay. Oil is down 50 cents. It's a nothing burger. Nothing great. Dude, number 154 on the thumbs up meter, Bruce. You are 46 away from 200. You are going to get 200 thumbs ups. Giddy up. DH is saying, Vash, welcome at the bells. Welcome to joining us right here, right now. Fantastic. Thank you all for joining in. And Vash, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. Much appreciated. Again, thank you, folks. If you want a postcard, send me a $10 US donation to that PayPal account there. We'll add your name to the list, and then I'll know how many postcards I have to buy. Because we don't know yet. Jen and I are kind of going, well, what do we need? 10, 15, 20, 30? I don't know. How many we have to buy? We'll figure it out. We're going postcard shopping this weekend. Giddy up. Apparently, First Solar is up $14. Vash, I'm back, Bruce. Laughing out loud. I'm back, baby. Welcome, Vash, to the show and the channel. It's great to have you here and popping up those knee emojis. You gotta love it. Armando, we got you, buddy. A postcard going to Armando. Right on. Fantastic. Thank you, my friend. I just started to there it is. We'll get you in there, and that is number 9. Okay. I wonder if we have to top it out eventually. I don't know. See what's going on. Thank you, Armando. We will get you your postcard. Fantastico. Good stuff. This is great. I love this. Everybody having a good time here. There we go. Sent me a private email. Thank you, my friend. Freehold, New Jersey. Gotcha, pal. We'll get you your postcard. Not to worry. Fantastic, sir. Thank you for the donation and welcome aboard. Welcome all who are here from wherever you're watching from. 161 thumbs ups. Let's go, says Mandu. Thanks, Uncle B. Sent email for postcard. It's Mandu number 5. That is Armando. Thanks, pal. We got you, pal. You're set. Beautiful stuff. Love it. Neat. Let's go, markets. Let's get a return to our investors. They deserve riches, and more riches. 162 thumbs ups, 38 to go to get to 200. Thank you. We're down 35 on the Dow. GameStop down 49 cents. Make that down 52 cents to 1871. Sofi down 8 to 652. Tesla 204.17. Today's investor day at Tesla down 154. Apple down 70 cents. HPQ is up 20. ATIP is at 35 cents, up 2 cents. Is that right? Yeah, 2100 traded. ATIP up 2 pennies today. Google down 42 cents to 89.88. Moderna down 2 pennies, 138.79. Cisco unchanged. Pfizer up 9 cents. IBM down 33. Microsoft down 70. ME down 7.5. Matterport down 3.5. Cyxtera down 2.5. Rocket Lab down 15 cents, 434. SmartRent up 1.5. Spire up 2. Last night, Rocket Lab came out with their financial results for the fourth quarter, I think it was, and they came up with their yearly numbers, and they were up phenomenally, 200% higher than the year before. This is not a surprise. The first 3 quarters of the year were great. The next quarter was great. They're expecting growth again this year. They got a lot of rockets to launch. They've got deals with NASA. I mean, these guys are up to here in business. Huge. The stock, unfortunately, is not being loved by the street. The street just does not understand the complexity of Rocket Lab's potential. They just don't get it. So at the moment, at this second in time, the stock is 423, down 27 cents. I don't know how long it'll stay down here. It's possible the shares will rebound back to 450 later today, perhaps go higher. But at the moment, here we are at 423, 421. My thought on this is, if you can write options on your Rocket Lab and you can write $5 or $6 calls out to next January, 9 months from now, and you take whatever dough you get for those contracts and buy more stock with it, might be the best move you can make. Let the option players give you money to buy more Rocket Lab, which allows you to write more contracts to bring in more cash, and build your position. You might be able to build your position of Rocket Lab by 25% from where you are now. If you've got 4,000 shares, you might get up to 5,000 shares. You got 10,000 shares, you might get up to 12,500 shares. And bring your average way, way down. You buy these stocks when nobody wants them. Today, nobody wants them. And this is the toughest time to make an option right on a stock like a Rocket Lab. But you have to be quick. You write your calls, take your money, and immediately buy this stock cheap, because you've got to lock in this cheap price while it's available. Don't write options and then wait for the stock to go lower and watch it go up 40 cents a share. Don't get caught doing that. Rocket Lab, as I said, is 422.8, 423-ish. It looks like crap this morning on 700,000. Perfect time to write options, even though the options are lower. Perfect time to perhaps do it and grab more shares. This is when you want to do it. Matterport, 302 a share, and ME 243 a share. I'm waiting now for March the 8th. So that's in 7 days, a week today. SmartRent comes out with their numbers. And the last I heard about SmartRent, I think they're sitting on $400 million in cash. It's a pile of money. It's a pile of money. Rocket Lab has a pile of money, a pile of cash available to them. They are not going under. They're not going out of business. None of this crap. This company is cash rich and contract heavy. And every time they launch another rocket, their costs drop for every rocket they're manufacturing, and their revenues are increasing, and their net margins are getting better. The losses are shrinking out, and soon there will be profits. Rocket Lab is still early. It's a stock that will not be talked about by the major houses in Wall Street. Why? The company doesn't need their help right now. They're cash rich and they're growing their business. Eventually, the New York people will want in on this story. I don't know when that is. Is that a week from now, a month from now, a year from now? I don't know, but I like Rocket Lab. I know many of you follow it very closely. You're aware of how well they're doing, but the stock today is a bargain, and that's what we've got. I can't change that. All right, the Dow is up 26 points. GameStop 1872 down 50 cents. SoFi 656 off 4. And there we are. Any idea how low GameStop can go? I have no idea. NVIDIA mixed shelf offering for 10B. Nick Demorier, what are you looking at on Rocket Lab June 24 5s? I'm looking at June 24 5s and 6s. You may want to write the 5s, take the cash. It's over $1 a share, I think, $1 a contract, and buy more stock immediately. JR, Kaboom just scored another 500 SoFi average coming on down. Mondu, my sold calls are up 35%. Might buy them back today. Miraculous. What the hey? Bought in the deep GameStop yesterday's. Couldn't sell a contract. Now it runs away from me. How did I acquire this power? Oliver Hausman has joined us as a new member. Welcome, Oliver, to the gold bagel level category of this channel. Thank you, Oliver, for coming in here. I'm not sure if Oliver is a newbie or a repeat offender and has come back in, but you are welcome here. And I'm glad to see you, Oliver. I think what we need to do is get you to pop up those knee emojis as soon as you can. Let the world know you're here and you're real. Thank you, Oliver, for becoming a member of this channel. Love the new members. Way to go, everybody. We're sitting now on 166 thumbs ups. We need 34 more people. If you can help us out, please do. I'm up 30% on the GameStop right today, says Deep Value. Zed, welcome, Oliver, and all will welcome you. This is fantastic. Fabulous for everybody. Welcome to the party, pals. 17-point gain on the Dow. S&P down 7.5. NASDAQ down 12. So it's not a full-blown bull market at all. It's a mixed bag market. We're down 39 cents on oil, 76.66. That's where we are today. Maria Powell, neat, Zeta State. And tonight is the special bagel night. That's right, 8 o'clock tonight. Prime time with your buddy, Uncle Bruce. Join us this evening. Gold Bagel members, Oliver can be there. And so can our other new member, Vash. He can be there. Thank you, everybody. If you become a Gold Bagel member today or upgrade your membership to Gold Bagel status, you can join us tonight, 8 o'clock. Prime time with Uncle Bruce every Wednesday night. And, of course, you get to watch the reruns anytime you want. You don't have to join me live. If you can't make it live, you'll join me. You'll watch that show the next morning or whenever it's convenient for you. Fantabulous. We're up 2 points on the Dow. Now we're down 7 on the Dow. We've got GameStop at 1887, down 36 cents on 370,000. The low 1862, the high 1909. So a partial recovery on a drop so far. Sofi 654, down 6 cents on a volume of 1.4 million. The low of the day 647. We're now at 654. So a little recovery over there. Tesla 202.78, down 293. We've got Investor Day today. It's a big show and tell over at Tesla out of Austin, I think. We'll see how that goes. Joe K. Bruce, I am number 166 on your thumbs up meter. 34 more, and you got 200. Thank you, Joe K. Deep Value. Neat. Drew, I'm 167, man. You are only 33 away from 200. No way are you 34 away. You're only 33 away. I see 169 thumbs ups, 31 to go, and we've got 200 for this show. Thank you all for helping out, getting us to 200 thumbs ups every morning. I appreciate it. The sooner the better, I say. Get her done. 1889 on GameStop, down 34. SoFi at 654, down 7. Tesla down 292. Apple down 93. HPQ 2910, down 42 cents. After a pop this morning to barely 29.97, we really haven't had an up run here. Funny how last night the stock was trading in the 30s, 30.20, 30.40. Today, it's down on the session after a good quarter review. But what can I say? This market is a different market from the pre-market or aftermarket. You can look at those quotes and think, oh, stock's going to go crazy tomorrow. Next thing you know, when the street shows up, they have different ideas. That is what you have to keep in mind. 29.05 on HPQ, which makes those 25, 24, 23, $22 deep in the money calls even more attractive. Think about it that way. ATIP, 35 cents, up 2 tenths of a penny. Google up 31. Moderna down 175, 137.06. Cisco down a penny. Pfizer up 3. IBM down 25. Microsoft down 114. ME down 8. Matterport down 2.5. Cyxtera down a half a penny. Rocket Lab down 18 at 431. We're improving here. The low of 417. We're now 431 on Rocket Lab, down just 18 cents. SmartRent up a penny. Spire up a tenth of a penny. Bed Bath Beyond down 1.2 cents. Amazon down a quarter. Home Depot down 4.35. Netflix up 51 cents. Vanik Semiconductors up 2.43. Adobe down 1.83. Goldman up 93 cents. Boeing up 13. Meta down 6 cents. AMC is down 8 cents. Apes are up 2 cents. Avoid that AMC. It is scary over there. Lawsuits pending. I don't know what's going on. Royal Caribbean up 16 cents. Carvana down 14, Robinhood down 6, BlackBerry up 2, Norwegian unchanged, Carnival down 7, Target down 3.95, JP Morgan down 92, Costco down 3.20, Walmart down 1.41, Disney down 38 cents as we wait and watch this market figure itself out. I've got the Dow right now. Looks like we're down About, what are we down now? Let's see here. Down 8 points or so. Down 6 on S&P, down 2 on NASDAQ. Welcome to Wednesday, March 1st, 2023, the third month of the new year. I still am not ready for Christmas. I don't know about you guys, but holy moly, are things happening fast. Thank you all. I bought 800 Rocket Lab at 421, says Mirko. Deep Value, First Solar about to hit 20 billion market cap. And RFP suspended, not sure why. I don't even know what RFP is. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Oh, boy. Thank you all for popping in here, catching up with us. It's nice to see you. Fantastic that you're all here with us. And hopefully you are all getting richer today. Thank you. Let me know where you're watching me from. Tell me, what city are you in? What's your high temperature going to be today? Are any of you guys getting summer weather, or is it miserable winter weather? What is the situation where you are? Let me know that. Here, I saw something shocking. I was pleasantly surprised when I saw this morning. This is my looks like a 1 week or so forecast for Palm Desert, California. Today's high is expected to be, I think, 54 or 58. 54 is the high today. Crap. But here's the shocker. By the way, it's raining right now. We're in the desert. It's raining. Next week, oh my gosh, look at next week. Thursday, Friday, next week, right here. Look at my high temperature, 70, 68, 75, 84 next week, Friday. I mean, what do you want to do with the rest of your life? 84 for the high next Friday. Oh, I hope it happens. We haven't had an 80-degree day since last October. Oh my gosh. We're a bit behind in what we should be doing here. We're a little cool for the time of year. I didn't come down here for 54-degree highs. I just want you to understand. We really, Jen and I did not come down here for 54-degree high temperatures. That's not what we had in mind. We understand that in early January, it can happen. It's the dead of winter, shortest days of the year. But March 1, 54 for the high. Oh no. Oh no. I didn't. No, I didn't. So let's go, baby. 84 next week. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Financial mischief. I just rolled 11 July 18s. I bought back at 385. I locked in $460 in profit. I turned around and wrote June 15s, bringing in an additional $1.20 a contract. Thank you. May I have another? There you are. Miraculous snow. Richard, Corona, California, 50 degrees over here. Octavio, Santa Clarita, today's high is going to be 45. These are California temperatures? No way. JR, Cerritos had a lot of rain last night and is going to be windy today. Octavio, I'm in California. Coyote, I'm 84 degrees here in New Orleans, Bruce. IR Aaron, the high today, 82 in NOLA today. Dude, 58 in Nashville. Oh, man, it's terrible out there. Alex, good afternoon, Bruce, from the northwest of a cold, damp island on the edge of Europe. We are expecting freezing temperatures for the next 2 weeks. Oh, no. Mr. Premium Gaudy on the west and IR Aaron on the east. Option Nomads, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, pretty mild. Currently 38, high of 44. A little rainy today. We had a thunderstorm on Monday, which was really uncommon that's warm. Yeah, that's really uncommon. Hi, Aaron. Ha, Lorraine, Uncle Bruce. You might have to shop for a fan in Costco. I might have to get a heater. I tell you, Splair. We're around 40 to 60 Fahrenheit, but it's very sunny. My Degas rodents take already sun's bath when it's shining into my apartment. So that your little, what are those little gerbils or whatever they're called? Right on. Untamed Viking, Fresno, California, 50 today. 50 years old. Vivi, I can kick and I can kick. I'm 50. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. Coyote, it was 84 here yesterday and I saw 80s today. So I'm assumed it was around the same temperature, 82 or so. Nice. It's not that here. Oh, no, not again. No, last night I went to the hot tub. Jen couldn't make it last night, but I went just after sunset. I was the only one there. I'm sitting in the hot water right up to my chin, nice and warm, got the jets going on. But it was around 63, and I realized that tomorrow's high is 54. We're going down to the low 50s, and we're not going any higher. So, yeah, welcome to the party, pal. Maria Powell, Cola, South Carolina, 78 today. Constantine, 37 to 42 in the Boston area. It's going to be sunny. Financial Mischief, watching from Caledonia, Wisconsin. My forecast is the same as Option Nomads. Lorraine, 62 in Fairburn here. Flint Creek, I love you, Uncle Bruce. I love you. I love you too, guys. Thank you for being here. We got a 55-point gain on the Dow. Little move up. We're down 1.5 on S&P. We're up 7.8 on NASDAQ. Oil is up 9 cents a barrel. GameStop, 1871, down 52 cents. SoFi, 657, down just 3. Tesla, down 346, 202.25. Apple, down 36 cents. HPQ, down 9. ATIP is up 1/10 of a penny at 34.9. Google up 62 cents. Moderna down 149. Cisco up 9. Pfizer unchanged. IBM down 7 cents. Microsoft down a penny. ME down 6 cents. Matterport unchanged. Cyxtera down a penny. Rocket Lab down 16 to 433. SmartRent up 5 cents. And Spire up 1.5 cents a share. IR Aaron, 8284, both are too hot for March the 1st. Flint Creek, you make me laugh every day. JL, 28 Fahrenheit this morning in Roosevelt, California. Option Nomads, hello, Wisconsin. Flint Creek, 33 degrees here. Karen, in Clovis near Fresno, it's now 35, and it might rain again. Spire, almost right. Gerbils are smaller. Zeta State, Vancouver, 1 below Celsius with snow, and the city has stopped moving. We do not do well with snow in Vancouver. It does not. That's like Atlanta getting snow. It's not going to work. Larry, it's a respectable 58-degree high in the nation's capital today. Way to go, Larry. Not too shabby. And look who's joining me here live. Auntie Jen is here in the Oh, she's in living color, all right. Oh, it's all here. How you doing, hon? What's going on, babes?
It's raining.
I've been hearing that.
I know.
That skylight up here. I've been hearing the click.
Yeah. I thought maybe you'd left the sink running or something. Like, no.
It's
the big sink.
It's the big sink upstairs, and 54 for the high today.
I know.
Yuck.
It's horrible to look at our weather forecast for the month where it shows you the normals, the traditional, the historical.
Yeah. Did you see the forecast for next week?
No.
Okay. I was just telling everybody here. Oh, it's great.
Oh, good.
Look at next Thursday, Friday.
Oh, look at that.
84. 84.
Now we're talking.
We're talking 30 degrees warmer.
Yeah.
In 8 days. Yeah, we're talking good stuff here. Wow. About time.
Yeah.
Let's hope that's going to be the new normal. My gosh. I mean, I'll take 77 to 90 anytime.
February was definitely a below normal month. But we're coming into,
March. We're March 1. Longer days.
In like a lion, out like a lamb works here.
I don't know about that.
It's kind of,
yeah. It's been crazy. These weather patterns coming off the Pacific here.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I heard really good news last night. There was a weather forecaster out of the Bay Area in San Francisco talking about all the precipitation that's been coming down in California. And apparently one of the major reservoirs, not Lake Mead in Vegas, but one of the major reservoirs in California is now up to 65%. From 30% is up to 65%. So water levels are rising in some of these reservoirs, and the snowpack, how much snow is in the mountains, feet and feet and feet of water, snow that will turn into water when meltage happens in the spring.
June.
So we're going to have a lot of water coming into reservoirs. Unfortunately, there will be a lot of water coming down, cascading down hillsides and mountainsides, not going into reservoirs, will create mudslides and havoc. So get ready for the news stories where you're going to see news crews on a highway with land coming across it. You'll get that spectacular footage, but
so you see
in the background.
The gradual increase in temperature then.
Well, You know how
But
it is.
it's
We're going to go from 54 to
slow.
84.
I know.
That's not gradual.
That's
That is
gradual.
sudden and dramatic, which means all the mountains around here, which are covered in white snow right now, they're covered in white.
I know.
There's going to be serious meltage around here. And I don't know about flash flooding in the valley here, but the water levels will be elevated. The hope we have locally is that runoff that naturally goes through the valley here, heads east, will make it to the Salton Sea, because runoff can go to the Salton Sea from this valley if there's too much, and maybe, just maybe,
Yes, it can
some
definitely
runoff will
use the
find its
water.
way over there. Boy, do they need water
Its
in this season.
salinity is awfully high.
Yeah, that season, big trouble, big trouble. Now, what about the Salt Lake, Great Salt Lake near Salt Lake City, Utah? What a mess over there. That
really?
lake is
So
they're
the-
worried
their
about it
salinity is
going
too high?
completely dry in
Ooh.
20 years. Completely dry in 20 years at current
So it'll be
pace.
Salt Lake City.
And here's the problem.
See what I did there?
Yeah, I hear you. There was a lake in California that was drained for water to LA back in the early 1900s, and this is the days before serious environmental measurements of what the consequences would be. The lake bed dried out. Then the earth, exposed earth, began to get whipped up in dust storms, and that's bad. But what's worse was because the lake was quite briny towards the end,
salinity.
the toxic chemicals that are now in the air. They estimated many thousands, hundreds of thousands of cancer results occurred over the next 20, 30, 40 years. 20 years ago, 30 years ago, they figured this out, and they immediately attacked the problem. And what they did was, they are literally, believe it or not, they have sprinklers on this lake bed, and they're using sprinklers and planting plants that will grow in this stuff to keep the ground down, to keep it from turning into dust bowls. Salt Lake City, we're talking about the Great Salt Lake. We're talking about a lake that is 25 times the size of, I think is it Lake, not Lake Roswell. I forget the name of the lake in California, but in any event, 25 times the size of the nightmare in California is Great Salt Lake. 15 million people are around that region that could be affected by toxins that are about to go into the air because of the evaporation of the water. It is really, really serious. And it's going to require billions to fix. And the problem is, farmers are allowed under 1910 and 1920 legislation to use water for agriculture, and it is drying out the lake. The lake is historically not getting water in because it's being cut off before it gets there. And now we have 15 million people who could be exposed to real bad toxins. Just mentioning it. Some of you don't care, but I'll tell you, the economic cost to America will be dire. This is not going to be unnoticed in the inflationary prices and everything else, taxation going forward, and health. Just so you know. I'm just a Canadian observing from here. I'm just a Canadian observing. I'm just saying, hey, are you going to try to put a sprinkler system in for the Great Salt Lake Basin? Can't do it. Can't do it. I love watching the show. I used to love watching the show every Sunday morning called Sunday Morning on CBS.
With Jane Pauley.
And
married to? And Gary
Trudeau. But there's a gentleman who co-hosts the show, and I don't know his name, but he is from Salt Lake City.
Oh.
And he was showing, he did a report of the Great Salt Lake, and he was showing photos of he and the family on their family sailboat back in the 70s.
Yeah.
And then he went to the marina where the sailboat used to sail from, and the marina's dry. There isn't a boat there.
You gotta walk out to the water.
The water is a mile out. And behind him is a parking lot where cars used to park. That's where the boats are. They've been taken out of the muck, or what was water, and they're now sitting on stands. Yeah. They're all dry, high and dry. And their futures are bleak because these ships are being exposed to the elements, and they're probably headed for the dump eventually, because unless the owners can refurbish them and get them out of there and take them to water, which is getting harder to find, These ships, these little boats have no
I
future.
think you can
So.
still find the water. I don't know if you can find the docking right. That's a hard one.
Well,
I can put my boat in the water, but I got to take it out that night. I got nowhere to.
There are no piers with roadways. The roadways have to be built on the old lake bed.
Oh yes.
Good luck. There's
lake,
no way the Environmental Protection Agency is going to allow you to rip up the lake bed, put in a roadway, build a marina 20 miles out that might not be there in 10 years. That'll be another abandoned nightmare. And the road separating what used to be the lake from one side to the other. No, can't be doing that. No, this is a huge problem. It's massive on an environmental scale that we cannot comprehend. You probably don't hear about it in New York and New Jersey and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, whatever.
They got their own.
You got your own issues. This issue in Utah is, well, that's Mitt Romney country. Who cares? It's just out at West. Who gives a crap? No one's there. Yeah, I get it. If it was next door to New York City, you'd know. But out there's nobody there. And in reality, though, 15 million are exposed to it. It is bad, really bad.
On to more pressing matters.
More pressing. There can't be anything more pressing than that, can there?
What's the bagel this morning? And can you hand me my iPad?
There are pressing issues here that I have to attend to immediately. Yes, my love. We have your iPad right here. It's all charged up for you. What should I have on a bagel today? Being Wednesday,
I know,
Wednesday.
Wednesday, you just never know. You never know.
I know what I'm going to do.
It's the throwaway day. I don't know.
I know.
Cream cheese?
Now I know.
Is it cream cheese?
No, I want something I haven't had for quite some time.
Oh my goodness.
Scrambled eggs.
Okay.
Diced ham, because we got ham.
We bought ham.
And a toasted bagel.
Okay. That's right.
Some ketchup on the
I should have known that.
And I will have scrambled eggs with diced ham and a toasted bagel for the first time in
2 months.
3 months since before the hip replacement.
No, your daughter made you eggs one day.
Oh, she did do that one day for me. That's right. She did come through for me one day. That's awesome. Thank you, Jen, so very much. Bye. Oh, by the way, we got 9 people for postcards.
Oh, good. Yeah. Now all we have to do is find postcards.
We got to find postcards. We went yesterday and started looking, and we're going to keep on looking, and we'll find postcards. You bet. Fabulous stuff. What is going on here? Thank you, everybody, for being here. What else is going on here? Oh, Northwest Wisconsin, 32, says Miraculous. Good morning, Jen, from John Anderson. Jen Larry Titus, good morning, Jen. Golf mom, kid is doing school this morning. He wants to go play golf in the rain, but just got a text that the courses are closed at our club. It should clear up later. I'm looking forward to 80-degree weather. I'm sure you are too. Deep Value. First Solar just hit 20 billion market cap, up $19 today, was just $60 stock last year. Deep Value is promoting First Solar on this channel. What else is going on? What else is happening? Uncle Bruce, how would you play stink bids and stink asks on options that have really low volume, like some of the GameStop summer contracts? I would just put them out there, put your price out there, and if it has to be higher than the current sell price, so be it. You might be the only real seller of contracts, and that offer that's there might only be good for 1 or 2. It will be taken out at any time, and then you're the only seller left. You might be the first one in line for a market buy order. Put it out there. On the bid, same thing. Put in a bid at the price you want to pay. Play that. 18.58 is where we're at on GameStop right now. We're off 65 cents on the session. I think we're closer to the low here. Yeah, 18.54 is the low that was just set a few moments ago. And we're down 65 cents on 636,000. This has got to be telling me, I am certain that every one of you who have written GameStop contracts are noticing these contracts of yours falling with the bid-ask prices. And if you're looking to buy back calls for a super cheap price, you put in a super cheap stink bid. Don't get sucked in to being in the market. No. You back off your bid way down there. And if it's 30, 40, 50, 60, 80 cents below the best bid, so be it. You are there. We're down to 18.54 now. It's your turn to get your pound of flesh. 18.53 and falling. Take your time. Be patient. This isn't just going to be a 5-minute drop on the day. I don't think so. I think we're going to slump for a while. So be ruthless on the buybacks. Uncle Bruce, next winter you can come to Central Europe. Looks like we have California weather here. extra effort to sleep longer. Bobby, so begins the Great Lake Water Wars. Larry Titus is, I'm not sure. Cheese. Okay, JJ, water and the West, Cadillac Desert. Larry Titus, bagel. JR, one of the bad results of Los Angeles sucking water from Mono Lake watershed is that has made the lake start to dry up. 40-foot drop. When the wind blows, it fills up the basin with salt dust. And there's another issue there. Bobby, depth of the water is a problem too. Deep value, I was promoting it sub 100 prices. Vilbus, right around freezing in the Twin Cities. Had a little snow this morning. And what else is going on here? Ham and cheese and eggs. Giddy up. Miraculous. I'm on the other side. I'm trying to write, but don't want to chase it. Just want to watch it turn around on me. There you go. Right now, 1846 on GameStop. 1844 now on GameStop. I think these are the lows of the session. 1841 just touched 718,000. Not a lot of volume, and it's backing up. So deals. Options are falling in price on GameStop, and those of you who have written 15s, 16s, 17s, 18s, 19s, here they come. They're coming to you. You're the 20s, the 21s, 22s, 23s. They're out of the money, and we're dropping. And just be patient, my friends. Cross your arms and enjoy the down dip right now. You've earned it. Did someone say yoink? Dick is wondering. Nick Demorier, Coyote, JR, negative feedback loops. Vilbus, my stinker hit GameStop 421.20, bought back just now at 50% profit. Giddy up, Vilbus. Giddy on up. 1846 down 77 cents. SoFi 648 down 11. Tesla down 648 to 199.31. Those of you who have written $200 calls, 210s, 215s, 220s, 225s. Congratulations. Way to go, kids. Those of you who've written 160s, 70s, 80s, 90s, stock is coming. Today's investor day. The stock is off $6. Go figure. Apple down 147, 145.94. HPQ 29.56. It's turned around. It is up 4 cents. HPQ is up 4 cents. Alex, Bruce, do you think that this drop is influenced by AMC and we might see a reversal as the day wears on? Well, let's take a look at the old AMC right now. Where are they at? Here we are, 684, down 30 cents on the common shares, down 3 cents on preferreds. So they're down 33 or so cents on the units. Possibly, anything is possible there. Could it be because of Bed Bath & Beyond down 1.2 cents? I doubt it. It's possible. We've got a down market. The Dow's off 50. S&P is off 15 here. You know, we got a down market. A final February reading of U.S. manufacturing PMI is a slightly lowered 43.7, says S&P. Headline coming across there. I don't know if that has anything to do with the big markets or not. Might. We are down 26 on the Dow, for 15 on S&P, down 45 on NASDAQ. NASDAQ has turned red now, for sure. It was holding a bit of a gain there earlier. Work at U.S. factories shrinks for the fourth straight month, the ISM survey finds. And there's another indication there of a slowing economy. We're down 33 cents on oil now, 76.72. Interesting. The U.S. 10-year has just touched 4% interest. We've just hit 4%. Yep, 3.98 to 4. Germany, 2.7%. Italy, 4.5%. Spain, 3.6. The UK, 3.8. All moving higher on interest rates. The U.S. dollar is up on the euro, and on the pound, it is down a little bit, or the euro is down a little bit, and then the euro's up against the dollar. The pound is down against the dollar, I guess is what I should be saying right here. On Asian markets today, they were generally up, with Hang Seng up 4%, 1% on the Asia Dow. Japan up 0.25 point, Shanghai up 1%. In Europe, markets are higher, 0.84% in England, the UK, the FTSE. Germany up 1/3 point, France up 1/3 point at the moment. And in the US of A, the Dow Jones down now 63 points. We're off 20 on S&P, and we're off 60 on NASDAQ. NASDAQ down 0.5%, so is S&P. The Dow's off 1/5 of a percentage point right now. We're at 1841 on GameStop. The low of the session is 1840. Here we are at the low of the day on GameStop. That's the story. I'm sticking to it. SoFi 646 down 14 cents. A lovely day to write options as it was yesterday. Keep writing. Tesla 199.32 down 639. Apple 145.87 down 154. HPQ negative again, down 9 now. Now down 12 cents on HPQ. ATIP down a half a penny. Google down 15. Moderna down 283. Cisco down 14 cents. Pfizer down 6. IBM down 53. Decidedly negative vibe kicking in. Microsoft down 150. ME down 13. Matterport down 7.5. Sixtero down 5. Rocket Lab down 27 to 423. Smart Rent is off a half a penny. Spire down 2. Bed Bath Beyond down 1. Amazon off 146. Home Depot down 641. Netflix down 265. Vanik up 60 cents. Adobe down 218. Goldman is down 57. Boeing down 32 cents. Meta up 143. Trying to hold. AMC down 35. Ape down 7.5. They're now down 42.5 cents combined. Royal Caribbean up 53 to 71.17. Way overpriced on this thing. This stuff, and stuff is a word I don't want to use. Should be $30 at best right now. 30 at the most. It's trading at 71. Way overpriced. Carvana down 32. Robinhood down 17. BlackBerry down 1.5. Norwegian down 3. Carnival down a dime. Target down 4.25. JP Morgan down a buck. Costco down 6.40. Walmart down 2.33. Disney down 88 cents to $98. NVIDIA down 4.55. American down 21 cents. Welcome to the party, everybody. The Dow is now off 77 and falling further. That's what's going on. What can I tell you? 1846 on GameStop down 77 cents. Jen. Oh, my. Look at what we have here. Oh, my goodness.
I'm not scary, but this is called fruit.
I haven't seen fruits in Switzerland. The last time I saw fruit for breakfast was Switzerland, and it was delightful.
Delicious.
Thank you, Jen, so much. Holy moly, this is awesome sauce. You got to love this, folks. You got to love it. Fantastic. Giddy up, everybody. Yeah. Toasted bagel, scrambled eggs, melon balls. Oh, wow. Aren't we going Switzerland? My. Well, let's see what this market brings us today, folks. Thank you all so much for being here. Let's see. Golf Mom, I just bought back 10 GameStops for a $70 profit on those. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Brian, July 19's 360. Brian, August 1875's for $395. Splair, when GameStop drops a little more, I can collect $500 on 2 calls. Uncle Bruce, what do you think GameStop can go back to tax loss selling lows that we had in December? Who knows? 1845. It can keep going lower. It could. Did anyone write those Rocket Lab calls for January? DQ. I put that stuff on everything. Already, a fruit? A DQ. Hey, Jenny says, he's saying in a Forrest Gump voice, that those magic bagels have appeared. Alex, I haven't seen fruits in Switzerland. That's right. I haven't seen fruit for breakfast in Switzerland. Oh my! Look at that! Oh, melon! Look at that! Can you get a view of that? Look at that! Ooh, lovely. The light is making it very light, but it's quite orange. Quite good. Delicious. Delish. What do we got going on here? Dude, fruit. Splair. I enjoy fruits daily, mostly when I have no bagels. Coyote, Alex, put that quote on a shirt right there. Golf Mom, 70%, not $70. Almost $1,000. Nice going. Yeah, I figured it was 70%. Blair, bagel. Giddy up. Way to go, Golf Mom. Way to go, all of you guys, cashing in some wonderful profits here as GameStop is handing it to you again and again and again. 18.44 down 79 cents. SoFi down 13.646. Apple down 182. Tesla down 608. HPQ down 28. That's what we got. We got fruit. Oh my gosh. Brian, Uncle Bruce, I'm going to have a bagel this morning. You've convinced me, man. I got to have one of these bagels. I tell you, these Costco bagels are great. I just buy the plain bagels here in California because we can't get them with sesame seeds on top. So we butter them, toast them, butter them, and then we sprinkle roasted sesames right on top of roasted sesame seeds right on top of the bagel. Look at that. Delicious. Oh, so good. Yeah. Have to admit, though, in Calgary, Costco sells sesame seed covered bagels. And you toast those. Oh, man. The best. The best. I do what I can. I struggle. Fruit. Oh, my God. I think about the breakfasts that Jen and I used to have in Zermatt. We had the hotel with the breakfast included. It'd be a buffet breakfast. Oh my God. I'd go right to the muesli section and grab a bunch of muesli and then put some peaches in there. And that would be like canned peaches, which I just love. And then heading over to the fruit section, I'd have a bowl of melons and grapes and all just at the height of perfection, and be eating that. Loved it. Just fabulous. But what can I say? We have a lot of fruit here in California, of course, but you got to make it yourself. And here's the difference. Of course, I could take Jen out for a buffet breakfast to one of our high-end resorts and drop $120 for breakfast, but I don't think so. So good. Stop putting that on camera. You're making me hungry. What SoFi options are we writing? We're talking about writing January 2024 750s. That's what we've been writing yesterday and so far today. Miraculous. Brian says, Miraculous, I'm trying to sell in August 1875 for 405. Let's see if it'll hit. Splayer Nick, that's why you always need snacks for Uncle Bruce shows. At least he makes me always hungry as well. So that's my strategy right there. Right on. We're down 69 on the Dow. We're down 20 on S&P, down 66 NASDAQ. Oil is down 64 cents a barrel. GameStop down 81 cents, 18.42. SoFi down 12, 6.48. Tesla $200 and 65 cents, down 5.06. Apple down 167. HPQ down 48 cents. ATIP down half a penny. Google down 4. Moderna down $3. Cisco down 21 cents. Pfizer down 6. IBM down 72. And Microsoft off 159. We got Rocket Lab down 23 cents to 427. Low of the day, 417 on 1.69 million. And so there you have it. We're talking about writing options on Rocket Lab 5s or 6s and immediately buy more Rocket Lab at the discount. Increase your holdings by 20-25%, courtesy of the option players. That's what we're thinking about here. The last day or so, viewers of this channel have started writing Sofi calls. Taking the dough from that to buy more Sofi and write more calls, or in some cases, enough money is coming in, allowing people to buy more GameStop deep in the money calls, those January 10, 2025s or January 5s, and writing calls on those. And so you're using Sofi to get GameStop to write calls on GameStop. So it's writing again, and writing again. And there you go. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. You are the man, says Pick Nose. Nick is going, dude, wrote 8 of those SoFi 750s for $1.25 a contract. Very nice. Now I'll wait for shrinkage. Splair, I bet when there are blood oranges produced in California, they are heaven on earth when you can get them fresh. There you go. We're finding that, like I used to be able to buy what they call Texas Red grapefruits. The Texas Reds, they're delicious. They're so sweet, but they were huge. They were really big. Now they're half the size. Rather disappointing. Just not picking them up. Fantastic. So good. Cheers, everybody. Hello, Rugman. The indexes are not getting crushed. I mean, the NASDAQ is off a 0.5 point. That's it. The Dow is off 1/5 of a percentage point. So nothing bad happening there, but 1838 on GameStop, down 85 cents. New low of the day. Down go those contracts. SoFi down 11, Tesla down 487. There you go. Lots to follow here, kids. Right on. Fruit. Mind blowing. Headline: Work at U.S. factories shrinks for the 4th straight month, ISM finds. That's interesting. Alex is saying that if anyone feels aggressive, you could sell 2 $15 calls expiring August for about $4.70 each. I think this is GameStop, which would be enough for another deep in the money $10 long call. 2 times 16.25s, not 15s. Actually, 2 16.25 contracts will get you $4.70 each. Interesting. Nick, breaking news. FDA says sugary cereal and white bread no longer healthy. Wow. Spicy. Is it safe to sell calls on GameStop right now? It's always safe. Always. Always be writing. Write GameStop 20s. 4 or 5 months out. Take the money. Take as much as you can get your hands on. Get as big a premium as you can. Write 19s. And if you have to roll them up, you roll them up. Do what you get that money. There you go. SoFi down 11. GameStop down 82 cents today. 1841 on GameStop. Oh man, this is delicious. Delish. Mm-mm-mm. Wonderful. Folks, I'm spoiled. I'll tell you that right now. I am spoiled here by Auntie Jen. I'm a very lucky guy. Fantastic stuff. And I'm so glad that her hip is coming around. Notice we didn't even talk about it. We went Costco shopping yesterday, and she walked the whole store with that shopping cart in front of her. No problem whatsoever. I'm a happy guy. I'll tell you that. Splair, we have only pink grapefruits from Spain around here, but the strains of apples in the store that's probably familiar to your Whole Foods, they're gorgeous, sour, sweet, berry, and even red inside. Yep, all kinds of varieties. That's the thing about the supply chain world. It's really opened up the planet to all kinds of variety of foods. Absolutely amazing. Mm. Here in California, we can buy what are known as pomelos, and pomelos look like a grapefruit on steroids. They're gigantic. I don't know if I've ever had one. Does anyone know if they are in any way close to comparison to a Texas red grapefruit in flavor and sweetness and what have you? Does anyone know? Be curious. Anyone let me in on that? Just a little, side note conversation. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. We have got 179 thumbs ups today. Thank you so much for this vote of confidence, letting YouTube know that others should join this channel. If you enjoy making money, hit that thumbs up button. If your contracts are falling in price and you are rubbing your hands together, counting your profits, hit that thumbs up button and give us 21 more today, and let's get us to 200 thumbs ups. Thank you all so much for helping out. I love it. 1830 now, down 93 on GameStop. The volume is 1,059,000. And we're at just about at the lows of the days here. 1828, 1830 is where we are now. 648 on Sofi, down 12 cents. Tesla down 596, back under 200 a share. GameStop, $18.25, down 98 at the moment. Another fun day in the markets. Let's see what else is happening here. The Dow off just 41 now. S&P down 19. NASDAQ down 63. That's what we got. All righty. There we go. Thank you all. 183 thumbs up, 17 to go. Thank you, everybody. 17 left to go on the thumbs ups numbers. Thank you, everybody. Yes, indeed. Gowdy, things I used to do with my friends include picking fruit off of trees. Just get real hopped up. Go pick you a fruit, eat it right off the tree. Delicious. We still get a kick, Jennifer and I. Just outside of our patio door is a lemon tree with lemons. There's got to be 50 lemons hanging there. We've been picking off about 5 a week since we got here. So we're not gonna, we've picked maybe 80 of these things, I guess. Maybe not, maybe 5 a week, but yeah, 60 to 80 lemons we've taken off this tree. And this tree is just, they're just, they're big. They're going to fall off if we don't take them. There are lemon trees everywhere, orange trees, grapefruit trees, all around here. They're fantastic. Grab the lemon, cut it in half, squeeze out the juice. Oh my goodness, sweet, beautiful tasting. Hawkeye, we have a blood orange tree in backyard in Millbrae, California. Expected temperature 50 Fahrenheit today, by the way. Tasty, says Hawkeye. Spare, I agree with Coyote, but when you buy the right seeds for a fruit garden, you get for sure into a food paradise and you won't leave so quick. So true. Yeah, there are lime trees in the area here, but not as many as lemon trees. And like I said, orange, there's so many versions and varieties of these fruits. It's incredible. It is pretty nice. And it is just so beautiful to see these trees. They're gorgeous. They're just stunning to see in real life. when you're from Canada, you're not used to having orange trees and lemon trees and grapefruit trees in your neighborhood. It's not our thing up there. Everything is imported, trucked in. So, the Costco store in Calgary, there are bags of lemons and limes and grapefruit and oranges and apples. And they're from all over California, all over from South America or from Latin America, the Caribbean islands. Yeah, pretty neat. We do have in Calgary grapefruit from Israel. We have grapefruits come from Israel in Calgary. I mean, how far away is that? That is so far away. It's incredible how all of this arrives. The supply chain is just mind-numbing how incredible this is. Anyway, there you go. Coyote, my grandfather owned many bars, and one of them was on about 2 acres of land. When I was a kid, we'd hang out there and use the giant orange trees for shade and snacks while listening to the wind. Blair, Hawkeye, I'm jealous. That would be a reason to visit you with a basket of products to Germany. That would take those back with me in a heartbeat. We're down 70 now on the Dow. We're at 1832 on GameStop, down 91. SoFi 645 at the moment, down 15 cents. Tesla down 574 at 199.97. Apple down 168. HPQ down 50 cents to 29.02. ATIP is off a half a penny. Looking at some other quotes here. Where are we here? Rocket Lab is down 20 cents to 429. A little recovery coming in again. We're now at 430 on Rocket Lab. The low was 417 about 15 minutes into the opening. We're now at 430 on 1.8 million. So that sell-off might be over for Rocket Lab. I don't know. Smart Rent down a penny. Spire down a penny. Over on AMC, we're down 54 cents to 660 on the Commons, and down a dime on the Ape Preferreds. The AMC common shares, 16 million traded, really light. That is light for what's happening here. So no support coming in to buy this stock. It is in a free fall, almost off 10% already on the session. So it is backing up on AMC, and that's probably affecting GameStop, giving you folks an opportunity to perhaps score some stink bid buybacks. There you go. 1831 last trade on GameStop, 822 low of the day. We're not going anywhere. Oil down 37 cents at 76.68. The EIA reports U.S. distillate stockpiles are up 200,000 barrels. Gasoline supplies are down by 900,000. Crude oil inventories up 1.2 million last week in the U.S. That's why the price is lower on oil at the moment in Texas. Let's see. Mr. Premium of the options, GameStop stinker just hit, sold for $2.95 and just bought back 51 cents. That's a stink bid perfection. 1 penny over that nice round number. That's a stink bid right there. Nice job. Well done on these buybacks. This is exactly the way you want to do this. 1830 now on GameStop, 8 cents from the low of the day. Not much of a recovery going on right now on GameStop. 646 down 14 on SoFi. $200.49 down 522 on Tesla. That's what we've got, everybody, at the moment. Oil under pressure, down 40 cents now, a little further drop. NASDAQ down 66 points, and the S&P down 16. The Dow is off 30 right now. I've got a lot to watch, lots going on. Way to go, everybody, about working on your options, keeping an eye on your option trades, putting in stink bids to buy them back. Super cheap. If it's being presented to you, make sure you have your next option right in mind. Get right after it. Write your next series of contracts immediately and build your cash reserves in your account to see what you're going to do next. Very interesting day here today on the options front. My curiosity is asking me, what are the January 2025 $10 calls doing now? $9.55 bid. They're worth 837 book value. So to buy them under the 90-10 rule, you want to get them for under 910, 920. Right now, 955 bids. So they're not quite in the 90-10 rule. They're a little higher than that. Last trade 992, and the cheapest for sale price is 1030. Interesting there. The $8 calls, which are 1045 in the money, bid 1035. They're being bid for less than what they're worth. So the $8 January 2025s could be a bargain at 1040, 1045, 1050. The fives, which are worth 1350, are bid 1335 to 1395. Those are definitely in the 90-10 range. They are a bargain there. If you can get them at 1340, 1345, that's a steal on those fives. Keep that in mind. Very interesting how this market is reacting right here on calls. GameStop, $18.50 a share, a little bounce up, down 73 on the session. Trying a little rally right now. We'll see how much there is to it. 649 on Sofi, down 11 cents. At the moment, we've got the Dow holding a little gain right now. A little rally just came in, but it's losing it quickly. We're up 7 points at the moment. S&P still down 13, NASDAQ down 51. That's what I see going on right here. All righty. Always have stink bids in there, stink offers in there, and you never know when you're going to get hit on either side. Money to you either way. Well done, everybody, today. Way to go on this one. I love the way this is working out. Do not fear the downside. Do not fear the upside. Participate in this market and let the stock tell you what to do. But always be writing. 135.99 on Moderna. I know a guy who wrote 180s. And he watched the stock go to 215, 220, and he was wondering, what the hell is going on? Now they're 136. I know a guy who's got to be smiling ear to ear on those contracts. Way to go. Cisco down 4, Pfizer up 8, IBM down 67, Microsoft down 139. Interesting morning, interesting session today. What we're watching here, the 10-year note, 3.995. 0.05 of a percentage point away from 4% on the U.S. Treasury 10-year note. We're going to go through 4. We're going to go up to 4.5, maybe 4.75. This is a nothing burger. It will go higher. Do not fixate on this 4% number. You're just wasting your time. Interesting what's going on in this market right now. We're up now 30. It looks like a half a point, 30 points. What are we doing on the Dow? Yeah, we're up 18. A little rally is being attempted. We're up 35 here. We'll see how this plays out. We're down 6 on S&P. We're down 31 on NASDAQ. It's a nothing burger day. We've been down a little, up a little. We're not going anywhere. So let's see what happens. And see you all in the afternoon show, says Nick. Fantastic. What else is going on? DQ, Moderna. I love Moderna. Oh, DQ. I love the way that Moderna is trading. Oh, yes, you do. Well done. Should be fun. More and more option possibilities are showing up for you, I'm sure, by now. As these contracts you wrote, those, what are those, January 2025 180s? Are crapping out. Wow. You got to love this. January 2025 180 calls. What are they going for now? Let's wait for my biggest iPad to get this together. 26.25. Nice job. I think you sold them for 83 or something like that. Well done. Yes, indeed. There might be possibilities to make some moves. Very good. Heck, if you just wrote 150s, you'd get 36 for those. That would get you 10 more just for the same price. But you come in a little bit. Maybe you can come into January 24, maybe? Can you come into January 2024? Oh, yeah. You could move into 150s and still get $25. Wow. That would be a $30 coming in, but also 1 full year coming back. Wow. Interesting. All kinds of possibilities. Always keep your eyes open. July 2023s. What could you write there? 125s? Yeah, they'd be in the money a little bit. Yep, 130s will cost you a little bit, but now you're talking July expiry from 2025. This is awesome sauce. Well done, sir. Keep your eyes open. You keep shopping about and think about it and see what happens. So well done. All righty. Thank you, Splair. 253 volume on the 15s. Is this all from your channel? I guess most of them. Hawkeye Spouse has been planting fruit trees for years now. We are very lucky, very happy to share with the Bagel Familia. Right on. Way to go, everybody. The Dow is holding a 28-point gain at the moment. That's where we are. 1869 on GameStop, down 54. SoFi down 9 at 651. Tesla 201.44, down 427. Little recovery on everything. Apple down 86. HPQ down 27 at the moment. So the markets are a little better. We'll see if they have much more momentum that direction, or is this just a short-term buy wave, a dead cat bounce, and we go down again? We'll find out not too long from now and see what gives. Folks, thank you for being here. 184 thumbs up. So it looks like we're not going to hit 200 today, although we tried. If any of you are watching on the rerun and you can get me over 200 thumbs ups, please help us out and hit the thumbs up button. But I think with the down market today, my viewers just are not making enough money to bother with a thumbs up today, or they hate me. I don't know what it is. There's hatred around. I don't know what it is. 188, 12 away. I don't like the odds of making it. But if you're able to hit the thumbs up button, please do. But I don't know if we're going to see it here. We're already 10 minutes over the show. 189, 11 to go. It's been a grind. I can only plead with a few more knee emojis, perhaps, for some more thumbs ups. If you're able to hit that thumbs up button for me, please hit it right away and get us over 200. 192 now are in. 8 to go. We might make it. 7 to go. We got 193 in. Neat. Deep Value is helping me out with knee emojis. We got 194 thumbs ups. Splair is helping out with knee emojis. We need 6 more on the thumbs up meter, kids. Hello. Anybody out there? We're trying to get your attention. Hello. Thumbs ups, please. Thumbs ups now, please. We got 194. 6 more needed. Can we get to 200 with a knee attack being done at the same time? I don't know. There's 195. 5 left to get, and we've got 200. Thank you all for helping out if you can. Thank you, new members, for joining in. Great to have you here. Thank you for joining on the Gold Bagel member level. Don't forget to join me tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern, primetime live with your buddy Uncle Bruce. I'll be back at 3 Eastern this afternoon for the final hour of trading. Double D, I sold GameStop August 2125s for $3. $16 here we come, says Double D. Octavio, neat. DQ, I'm number 198. DQ on account number 2. Z Estate, 198. Z Estate, 2 more, and you got it. 200 thumbs ups are in the house. Thank you, everybody. There it is, says DQ. You got it, Mr. B. Uncle Bruce, you got your 200 thumbs ups. Everyone, thank you for helping us out. Well, getting these 200s are getting harder and harder to make. And yet, viewers are getting richer and richer and richer. And I don't know why, but you'd think folks getting richer would be more generous with thumbs ups. I don't know. I don't know how to answer it. I just can't say. But anyway, thank you guys for coming through for me. Again, it is appreciated, and it is fantastic. All right, kids, if any of you want a postcard, send a donation to that PayPal address, $10 US. I'll get you a postcard. Jen and I were going postcard shopping in the next couple of days, so we'll keep the tally running, and we'll take care of you guys and mail them out next week. Thank you all so much for being here and hanging out with us, and your support, which is never ending. 201. There it is. One more. Over 200. Thank you, guys. I'll see you at 3 this afternoon, okay? Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.